What's up?
Going on?
Shit. What's something on your mind?
I watched a clip of your video where y'all was talking about
Right to it, because you just right. It's really something on your mind.
Yeah.
I was just like, but go ahead.
Y'all was talking about like what make a dude stay down with a chick or whatever. You know what I'm talking
we was
about?
talking about that.
Or y'all was talking about like relationships and what make him be like keep a certain type of like, is your type now the same type you had when you was 25 or whatever? But it kind of, I feel like it kind of got off topic a little bit because I wanted to understand like the background of how it got to, you know, if I mess with her and she do X, Y, Z, then this what we gonna do. But if I'm paying for everything and I'm doing everything and she step out, then she got a dip, basically. So that's what I've been thinking about. Like, dang, I wonder, like, do I still got the same type from 25 and 21 as I do now? But I feel like dating in general is hard because even if you don't got the type, I feel like dudes be lying. So
You said even if you don't got the what?
The type. So say I want somebody that go to church and he family oriented and he, you know, he got a good relationship with his mom or whatever. I feel like dudes portray themselves as a type until they get comfortable and then they shift after a few months.
You asking?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, so dudes or like humans?
I feel like it's mostly, well, I can only speak from experience. It's dudes for me.
Cause for every story you probably got, I got a story too. Like
for chicks?
Yeah.
So chicks be lying about what type of woman they is.
No, and it ain't just deception is deception. Like I feel like every dude probably got the story of going into a situation like, okay, we on this. And everybody is like, okay, this is what it is. And then it switch up. Now they not on that.
I can agree to that.
So that may not be deception in that way, but it's still you switching up.
I feel like, so I'm 32. In the past, I'll give it 4 years. I have yet to hear a man come out and blankly say, oh, I want a situationship. Or I just want to smash.
When? Like out the gate?
Yeah.
You don't know. How you don't? Why would you box yourself in like that?
If that's like, what you're looking for.
But no, it depends on the person. Everybody, to me, I feel like everybody want a relationship. Like, to a certain extent, like you want a person that fit with you. Everybody want that. But if I meet you and you look good and little conversation, I see you got something going on, I don't know what role you may fit into the best. So if I say like, I just want somebody I'm fucking, you might actually have been better to do something else. So I can't really, you damn near, like, you know what I'm saying? You fucking yourself over a little bit.
So temporarily don't disclose what you want in a sense until you figure out what it is that she is necessary for.
No, you can still give that general idea of like what you want, cause that's something y'all probably gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? So you can still say like, this is what I'm on, this is what works and all of that. But I'm saying just delegating her to a role out the gate, like, look, this what I want, this what I like. You don't really know how it's gonna play out.
But being intentional, I feel like you gotta have some type of idea already. So if I meet somebody, my intention is long term. So I'm not finna just be like, oh, I'm just looking for something casual. I'm dating for marriage out the gate. If this don't fit what you're looking for, why go into anything further than this? Like, just be open, be real, and say, hey, I'm not looking for that. And keep it moving. But I don't feel like that's what's being done. I feel like they will lie because they hear what you're saying and they don't want to miss out on you and they want to experience you. So they just go with it until they don't want to go with it.
Yeah. No, I agree with that part. Like, you should say your intentions. I get that. But what I'm saying is, until you know a person, you don't know what role they fit in. You can say I'm on this, but that don't mean that they gon', you know what I'm saying? Like, fit into that role. Cause you can put it like this. Let's say somebody just want to have sex or whatever, and they meet somebody. You can look at them and want to only have sex, but they might actually be a fit for you. So if you just boxing it into just sex, but then now you start so that's just what I mean. You can say it, but it's risks that come with it. How you play that is how you play that.
But I feel like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no, but again though, you don't know until you know the person. You can say your intentions, but that don't mean that they the fit for that. It's just the conversation that y'all having. You know what I'm saying?
So but I feel like that's important though. If you truly want to have sex, what if I'm not having sex? Like, I'm legit not having sex.
Yeah.
So that would be a hard pause. Like, you got to be honest about that type of stuff so each individual know how to proceed moving forward. Most dudes hear that and be like, oh, I'm definitely not sticking around. Like, especially if the thought was, I'm trying to smash.
Well, yeah, but that's where I'm agreeing with you at though. Like, you should say what you want, but I guess the part that I was just saying was like, if you meet somebody and cause I look at it like we all generally want like a relationship, regardless of what a person say they on. They could say they not on that or they on that. So I'm just looking at it more so like, you don't really know as soon as you meet somebody which role they fit into. Cause some people can operate with having somebody in multiple ways type shit. Like, not everybody is like, this is all I'm on, this all I'm accepting. Some people have it to where it's like, okay, I could have somebody I'm just fucking and somebody I'm dating, like, to see where the potential is going. Like, so if that's the case, you boxing yourself in by just saying this what I'm on right here and this, like, you know what I'm saying? So maybe I'm speaking to that, but I agree with what you saying. Like, you should tell people what you want. Like, that's what I do, because I'm just not into making puzzle pieces fit where they don't fit type shit. You know what I'm saying? If I lose somebody, I lose. But that's me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying in general, you kind of box yourself in once you just don't even know them yet. And you like, this what I'm on. Now, okay, let's continue getting to know each other. Like, and then you setting it up.
Everybody want a relationship.
To an extent.
Yeah, for the most part. Everybody want one person. Well, some people don't want one person.
Yeah,
but
that's why I say to an extent. Like, not even the word relationship, just more so somebody that
they can call their own.
Somebody that's a fit, not that you can, all that you can call your, that's all extras.
But that's what it comes, because, okay, so if I know a dude and it's just, even if the intent is to date long term to eventually get to marriage, but we don't know what the time frame looks like for that situation. As long as it's me and him, I'm probably gonna do whatever. Like, if you need some, I got you. We doing basically everything a relationship would do just to see how that is. And that's not even something you intentionally do. You just naturally start to do that when you mess with one person. But the moment I know it's another woman in the picture, all of that is like cut. Because now I feel like if it's two of us, I shouldn't have to be doing 100% because it's two of us. And why you calling me if you need some? You should be calling her. Like, I automatically just be like, you gotta call home, girl. Now I'm only here for a good time.
So, like, you want somebody that only wants you? I mean, not only wants you, but like, you the only one type shit?
Yeah. Because I can't come second to nobody else. I can't.
So the type of dude you want, you want him to be like, this my only, that's okay.
It's Tamisha. This it. This my only focus. Until we be like, you know what, maybe we just ain't a good fit. Then Until that moment, you don't need to be dealing with nobody. I feel like that come with extra drama. I don't feel like dating is the same. Like,
you saying in dating? Because that's what I was going to ask. You saying why y'all dating?
Mm-hmm.
So even while you dating, it's like
it's not
just
the
you?
same no more. I feel like women are different from men. So like, say 3-4 chicks know they dating the same dude.
Yeah.
Drama. It's drama. Like off the bat, you got to deal with some form of drama.
And why you think? Well, that's
dudes don't
that's
be.
A layer.
I don't want to say,
but
dudes.
I'm saying, how you gonna know?
Because it be like, okay, I've been in a situation where I've been with somebody. We driving to Chicago, whatever. He's dating somebody else. She's blowing his phone up to the point where on the way coming back, she like, I'm going to be at the crib when you get there. Now you just put me in some extra stuff that I should not be involved in, all because you trying to date multiple people and everybody don't have the same mindset when it comes to that. And I feel like it should be some type of respect thing. If you and me, you don't need to be answering the phone for other chicks and all that extra stuff. You wait till you done and you deal with her later. This is my time. But if it can't be like that, no, it needs to be just Tamisha to cut all that out.
But that don't come with every situation, because I have dated multiple women majority of my time dating, and like I ain't had that. Like not to say it like that, but I'm just saying like that's not every situation. It's not like, damn, I got to deal with these other motherfuckers. You ain't even gonna know who they is.
See, it's different if you don't know. It's another story when it's up close and in your face. Like, you can't deny phone calls constantly back to back to back. You can't deny pop up visits and stuff, because somebody eventually gonna get too comfortable, and they gonna want more than, even if you say, you know, we just trying to figure out what we gonna do. It's always one that feel like she gotta put herself out there so that you can pick her. Well, and that be the one to mess up all the other dynamics that's going on.
So, okay, let me ask you something. What if a dude had like, he had you and two other girls, or let's just say one other one. Would you be able, or would you be open to him like, look, this is who I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so it's nothing he can do. So
immediately
like, no. You asking, so like, okay, so now you kind of not necessarily asking for it, but it's like,
I feel like,
how do you even get to the point of, because for the most part, if you find a dude attractive, you think he got no hoes. You think you finna meet him at the perfect time where he like, you know what, right now I'm just focusing on.
It's a time period to cut that off.
So if he meets you, it's like start cutting the other shit off.
Start
shit. That's
start limiting your communication.
So you want a dude that's finna comply with that. Yes. That's the type of dude that you want.
Yes.
Okay.
Start cutting that down. You can't even trust dudes saying that this.
You want somebody, friend. So you want to obey her.
Not necessarily.
That's obeying.
How though?
Because
like,
you
why
saying
can't
like
it
start.
Just be me and you. Why I gotta be me, you, and other people.
That's one where he was naming all the motherfuckers to Lisa, Sharonda, all you motherfuckers. Yeah, because do you honestly think a nigga want to cut that off? Honestly, if he has like, females, do you think that he's looking at it like, oh yeah, I was gonna do this anyway? Like,
nah. So
he don't want to do. He will only be doing it to satisfy you. So that's like an obeyer.
I feel like when the shoe is on the other foot, dudes be like, oh, I'm cool with you talking to other people. But they don't either.
Right. So it's a human thing. It depends on the person. I can meet a female that does not care if I talk to other women or even know who it is or whatever. Just like you can meet a dude that don't care. It depends on the people. Like when it comes to dating, you gonna meet 99% of that shit ain't even finna work. That's why you looking at it like most people do this. It's not gonna work majority of the time. It's just a matter of learning like, okay, I like this, I dislike this, this works, this doesn't. That's all dating is until you meet the person to where none of this shit ain't even a question because y'all just a fit. It's not even about like, you should do this, that y'all already will be, at least that's how I end up seeing it.
So you feel like it should naturally start to happen.
And it might not work like that, but I'm saying a lot of things ain't really going to be left up to like, we need to work on this or work on that, because any little thing y'all might see going bad is corrected. It's like if you're trying to like, what's the example of it? Like, building a sandcastle or something. Like you trying to keep it perfect type shit. Like any little thing you finna mold it right back into how it was type shit. So that's kind of what that's like, I guess. So I don't think it'll be all these like, well, you need to do this or you should do that. It'll start happening. But you can also have a situation where y'all talked about it first. But I'm just saying, like, back to what you were saying, you want a dude that don't have, if he do got females, you want him to like start getting rid of them type shit.
Basically.
Okay.
As I feel like,
and you gonna be attracted to him?
Yeah, what you mean?
Okay.
I'm more attracted when it's only me.
No.
I get turned off when it's like, cause what is you doing? Cause, and then another thing is, so we grown, right? How you got time to work all day?
This is where they don't understand.
And then you got time to be entertaining multiple people.
Everybody entertainment ain't the same.
I typically don't date dudes who don't have kids because I have kids. So it's like, I stopped doing that because those people have more free time and the timing is a little bit different. So if you got kids and you work and you're focused on building a brand or building whatever for yourself, I feel like you shouldn't have time to be juggling multiple women. And it ain't like, not to say that everybody it's about money, but like most times dudes don't be that financially stable to even be doing the XYZ with multiple women. Like they just don't. So like, why are you?
Yeah, it can be.
It
definitely can be a distraction. But okay, let me ask you something. Do you watch like any shows?
Like what kind of shows?
Like just shows
I'm watching
that
like
come on.
SWAT right now.
Okay, so how long is that show?
It's like 6 seasons.
But how long? Like it's one episode?
Oh, like 45 minutes.
Okay, that's all it takes. You talking about when you gonna have time, but you watching shows. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's people that watch, they're successful, they work like a motherfucker, but they come home, they watch their season of BMF, they watch their Snowfall, whatever, and that's 2-3 hours that just went by. But they still they go to the gym, they work, they productive, they got kids, but you still had downtime.
So you got 45 minutes.
It's always downtime.
Squeeze somebody in.
And it ain't even that. It's like entertainment don't, like, you can have 5 females on deck and have one of them that you talk to. The other 4 may just be, okay, this one, I just got her number. We don't talk all the time, but if I hit her up, she might answer type shit. But that's still on deck. Mm-hmm. Then you might have another one. Okay, she hit me up when she free type shit. That don't really require no time. Mm-hmm. We might just have a little run where we had like a day or two kicking it. But it's not like as busy as you would think, because you probably thinking like, oh, everybody doing what I'm doing. But no,
right.
It may not be that. It's not like, oh, I'm talking to every one of y'all for 3 hours a day. Hell no.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Even if you ain't got shit to do.
Exactly.
You're not going to have the same type of mental capacity to be able to have 5 similar. It's possible, but at that point it's work. Now you gotta
see, that's what, okay, so that's what be in my mind. Yeah. So that's why I feel like that, because that's what's in my mind. What you just said. I feel like I know everybody not like me, but I know that I require a lot of time. So in my mind, it's like, how you got time to be doing that? Because
while we was on FaceTime, old girl been texting me. And when we get off the phone, I'm finna set that up. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all it takes. We got this. We in 2024. You got text messaging. Me and her don't even talk. She texts me when she ready to fuck. That's a regular.
I'm not no texter.
See what I'm saying? So it's like you just looking at your version of the guy that you fucking with. That's not everybody's version.
Experience, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that.
That's crazy.
It's that.
That's crazy. Cause why?
But it's that for girls too though.
Yeah.
When I meet a woman, I don't care how attractive she look, how she wanna, I don't fuck with nobody right now. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit. I know somebody done, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Had they way. We grown. Everybody has done that.
Yeah.
By this point. That's just me being realistic. So I don't even hold that against a person. Like, if you, ain't nobody finna tell you, like, I'm not finna meet a chick and she gonna tell me that it's a dude that she probably gonna fuck with no matter what. That's not something you just finna tell somebody because you may not even have came to that realization yet. But I know that's possible. I'm not finna sit here and believe whatever anybody's saying.
And it goes back to it depends on who it is.
As far as what?
Because I've said that before.
Said what?
Like, we can go on dates and stuff, but I mess with him and I'm like, I'm not stopping.
Okay.
So if you want to kick it, we can kick it,
But you and the other dude, but okay,
I'm
you said
like,
you're not stopping, but like, was you and the one you said you wasn't stopping? Was y'all like fucking with each other still?
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But that was like intimate.
Yeah. Now, some people got situations though where it may be somebody that they don't really want to admit to that yet because they may not be fucking with each other, but they kind of just tied to each other. Mm-hmm. So that may be something they can't even be honest with themselves about yet. You know what I'm saying? To where how they gonna be honest with you about that shit? So that exists too. I'm 32. If I meet a motherfucker around my age at this point, the chances of her being tied to a nigga already is like 90%. 90%.
But it's a lot of people. Well,
it's plenty of people. No, I get it.
I can see what you're saying. Because
90%.
even because I was gonna say because there's a lot of people still single, but that don't mean they not still connected to the dude. Okay,
or
so
just lying like about I ain't fucking with nobody. Probably, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even look at that as a legit concern.
Do you think that's like, this might be going off, but like trauma that we just be thinking that everybody just be lying?
I don't think everybody be lying. It's more so I don't think people know how to like say what it is, like word certain questions or say certain things. I think it's a hole in the conversation that we have, like in our social skills. It's trauma involved with everything, but I'm just saying, like, it's something with the conversation skills because it's certain ways that you can put things, and more, it's usually like in a blunt way to where you can get off what you're trying to really say, as opposed to talking around shit. Because you can technically be like, I don't fuck with nobody right now. I be chilling, but have motherfuckers on deck. That don't really mean shit to say. I don't be fucking with nobody. I be chilling. It's like some shit just to say.
But like, because that's what I be saying for real. Like, I'm not technically dating. I'm not dealing with nobody for real. But that don't mean like if I get bored, I can't say, hey, you trying to go somewhere?
Exactly.
But like, is that the same thing though? Because it's not dating. We just cool. Right,
but that's okay. A nigga gonna feel the same way if you go out on a date with a nigga and fuck that he just randomly call you when you fuck. It's gonna be the same feeling. If he on the outside looking in, he gonna be like, she just got fucked.
But like,
it don't matter what your status was.
Because I was gonna say, what if that's not even in the play? Like, ain't no sex, we just kick it.
You can't. The game undefeated. All these little ways you trying to make this shit basically, it is what it is.
Is truly so, but like, I feel like, okay, that means the end goal is ultimately always sex. Because even if you're not doing it, if you say, hey, just hit me up when you get some time, I'ma literally do that. And we just strictly kicking it. So that means in the back of his mind, eventually this gonna end up with sex.
I don't know. Like, see, for me, all I can say is, for me, I wouldn't be able to, because if you're telling me that you're not having sex, that's you. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm just saying in the sense of, this is how I honestly look at it. I don't really see the win in it for the person that's holding out. It's only for yourself, really. Mm-hmm. It's like, I can see that part of it. If you just like, I ain't really trying to get tangled into that yet. Mm-hmm. That's the only win. But if you trying to like evaluate a situation by thinking, let me hold out on this to see how this person act and all that, you're not finna get a real representation of, you're not finna get something positive out of that. Because naturally you got to just think, like, if a girl tell me we not fucking for 90 days or whatever, however she put it, or she just say she not fucking out the gate, okay, cool. If I decide to fuck with her though, once you done put it up there like that, I can't help but to like notice flaws in it once I get it. And everything is flawed. But like, I'm just saying, like, it's unrealistic expectations. That's what I'm saying. Like, because if anything is wrong, if I fucked the first night and she had a little odor, that might have been like, okay, it's a little pass. First night. It depend on the odor. Like, you know what I'm saying? But okay, first night, whatever. Get a pass. But if I done waited 3 months and now I get it and it's an odor, that's different. Cause now it's like, I just waited 3 months, like, for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you held it up there like it was worth me waiting type shit. And then now, but that's what I'm saying, how that same thing wouldn't have mattered probably.
That's
if
crazy, though.
But that's what happens when you put time into some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like if a woman is around me and I'm talking about anything money related. Yeah, I don't want a motherfucker trying to fuck with me for that. If I keep talking about some money, she gonna start looking like you not even exactly what you saying. Okay. And on top of that, it's people with more money than you. Like, it's always a motherfucker with more money.
Yeah.
So it's a lose in the sense of trying to evaluate some shit with your partner or whoever you dealing with. But if you just trying to withhold from sex for yourself, I see that benefit for sure.
Yeah, because that's pretty much where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing it to
understand,
try to manipulate a man into doing certain stuff, or
I'm gonna see if he want to really fuck with me. Like,
I feel like when you remove sex, you really just figure out what a person is really about. And again, and not to knock nobody that I've talked to or whatever, dudes be dope. But I also at the same time be like, where do you have the extra finances to be taking all these chicks out? Like, I've seen men be in debt, like legit debt, but still that last $100 of credit that you got on that credit card, you gonna buy all her friends a drink at the bar trying to impress this chick. Like, why are you doing this?
I was finna say, because I did that, but I ain't buy her friends to drink. It was for me and her. But yes, I had debt and spent the last $100 of credit on our drinks. But this was like mid-20, because at that point I ain't give a fuck. You getting drinks? I got another card. Like, didn't give a fuck about it. But I'm just saying, like, but that
as
was
an adult,
that's just a chick I was. No, I was an adult.
Like, okay,
I was like 30s. Mid to late 20s. Like, now, no, I wouldn't. If I did that now, I'm knowing, like, I'm doing dumb shit. Exactly. Even then, I knew it though. But it's like, that's where I am. That's where I am with it. Like, in the sense of, well, not where I am with it, but that's just all a matter of where you putting your value. Some people put finances at a different level than other people. It's irresponsible at times, but not always though. Because you can be a very responsible and financially savvy person, but all it takes is one thing to fuck your whole shit up.
It do.
And the person that's not responsible, all it takes is one thing to blow their shit up. So money kind of come and go type shit.
But why would you?
So it depends on where you at with it mentally. You might be in a mode mentally where you not necessarily on your P's and Q's type shit. Even if you financially savvy and all of that. So you may have met a person, they could have been in that mode. That don't mean they always have been like that.
As adult, like we in our 30s now.
Yeah.
Ain't no more excuses on why you doing dumb stuff with your money. Like, why are you here and you just had to scrub 2 nickels together?
And dumb stuff is perspective too, because if a nigga actually, let's say he actually has money, but he buying material shit, right? But he got the money and it keep coming back. You could say like you doing dumb shit, but if that's actually valuable things to him it's not really dumb shit. And especially if it's coming in, it's just the fact that it's not that type of an example. You know what I'm saying? Like people looking at it like when it's on a level of paying your bills or not, then it's like, okay, what you doing type
so
shit.
So it goes to what he feel or what they feel is financial stability to them.
No, what they value is at that point. It's a nigga might be on some going out shit trying to fuck with hoes. It sounds irresponsible.
It is,
but I'm saying you can also be irresponsible and financially savvy. You can be a motherfucker that has money but keep having babies with people that you don't fuck with like that, and then now it can still hit you with money. It's just a matter of like mentally where you at. You know what I'm saying? Because mentally, if you locked in, you have a set goals and all that type of shit. That may be where you is. Like you may have goals to where you locked in and your sights is set on something. So financially, your moves matter. It's not a matter of being an adult or not. I done seen kids be financially savvy, especially now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, cause you do got like 18, 17 years, millionaires. But as we get older, some stuff should matter. And I feel like money do come and go. That's a fact. Like, you can blow a band today in a week, whatever. You can get that money right back. It comes, it goes, it comes and goes. But if you're not saving and you're just literally just spending it because you know it's going to come back, you still broke. And you still not really getting nowhere. You just being complacent. You being in this one place and not moving forward. And I feel like as adults, we should be growing. We should be just having more like than I'm trying to smash. I'm trying to go have a drink and see what up. Like that just sound crazy to me.
But that's just that's where they at with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I agree with the things that you're saying. I don't think it's, but I'm just looking at the reality of how people are. Some people like to go out. You know what I'm saying? I don't really hold that against people. Like, you shouldn't be doing this no more. You need to be locking in on it. Like, They not in that mode. But it's also something I'm probably lacking in that they actually doing better in. So it's just like, steel sharpen steel type shit. So I guess that's the purpose behind having that conversation with somebody. But you at where you at with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may get to a point where you now on some shit to where the motherfuckers is like, why is you on that? Mm-hmm. But if you really believe in that, you ain't finna be trying to hear that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is. But as long as a motherfucker alive, like, stay. If you doing some shit that's fucking your health up, you know what I'm saying?
Having sex with multiple people is it's risky, and dangerous, especially because people are not using protection. So, like,
but I mean, but listen, man, that shit don't. If your ass shop at the grocery store, you damn near in jeopardy. Like, we all in jeopardy.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, like,
we make conscious decisions.
Yeah, for sure. To
do certain stuff. Like, you ain't going into the grocery store thinking you finna get knocked up or that you finna catch an STD walking in here. That's you going for apples and oranges.
Yeah, I think I'll be looking more so at a person like, is you a good person? Like, fuck, you could be fucking up financially and be 40. Like, I don't look at it like you're a bad person because you can't get something together. I don't think you're a bad person,
but I'm definitely looking at you like, what, I'm trying to what do you have going on? Like, I'm concerned.
No, I'm saying in the sense of, to me, that's what I'm looking at more so than what you have going on. What you have going on is what you have going on. If you a good person, that's what matters. You can be rich and own a company and walk in the room and fuck everybody mood up because you an asshole. But you got some shit going on though, to where you can leave to your kids, everybody stay like, but if you're a good person, you can literally turn somebody's whole life around type shit with a moment. That has way more value than what your motion is type shit. Like, it's how your spirit is in a sense. So if you would, it's people that I know, older people, like, it's to where they don't have no motion, but they definitely, you gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say you supposed to settle for that, but if you at least have that, that's a positive. Like, life so long, that shit can fuck around and flip, and then you switch roles with the CEO, motherfucker. But if you got the intangibles, like being a good person, that's gon', you know what I'm saying, translate with anything. So I don't, you know what I'm saying, and that go back to the dating shit. Like, that's how I'm looking at a woman too. Like, are you a good person? I don't care. Like, not to say I don't care, but I would prefer you know what I'm saying? Like the shit we talking about, just doing adult things, carrying yourself a certain way, yeah. But I don't want it to where she's like on her shit, but she an asshole pretty much. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, I'm cool on that.
So when it comes to dating and a guy being financially stable, my idea of that is you don't need me financially. That's it. Because, like, I feel like apart, we both should be able to take care of our own stuff. If you are unable to do that, you shouldn't be dating. I
disagree.
I just don't think you should be dating
I disagree.
If you're struggling financially.
So I done struggled financially and been I ain't been well off yet, but I done been good financially. Mm-hmm. So I done had both. So 32 since, if you want to just say 18, I done had a nice balance of both. To where if you don't like this just my view of like not dating when you maybe fucked up or something, or like not showing yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's all cool, but at the same time, that's who you really are in a sense. When pressure hit type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when pressure hits, if I don't know what type of woman like, I'm not looking for a woman when it's that. But what I'm saying is like, if I can only accept being around a woman while I'm like, okay, I'm up now. Like, that ain't how life gonna stay.
Most men who struggle don't even end up with the woman that they were struggling with, because she reminds him of that struggle, and they go get somebody on the level that they are now at, or at the level that they want to get to. It's so many women who have held men down while they were in their struggle phase and have not benefited them at all. There is a few men who took their woman with them to that next level and shared that success with them, but that's not always the case. So I feel like your broke version
said, leave that nigga alone.
Your broke version is not who you are when you do feel stable. Like, you feel like you got some stuff going on. You feel confident that you can go get what you want. You can do what you want. Your energy even different versus when you're broke and when you're not. Like,
this depends on this is a case by case basis. And I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
I can only speak for myself, but I'm not the only man on earth that is thinking how I'm thinking right now. Can't be. That's not that I know. So I mean, just take that. But I'm just saying, like, whether I'm in a fucked up predicament, and it ain't even always got to be financial. You can be financially up, but somebody trying to kill you or something. Like, you fucked up.
I wasn't broke, I was
You fucked up if that's the case. Your life is not the same type shit. If you looking over your shoulder.
I wasn't broke, I was fucked up.
So it's like, in those type of moments, or if I'm like, okay, I'm in a good space, I'm not only just like, okay, I can date now that I'm in a good space, because what happens when I'm with a woman that I got in this good space, that now I'm in this fucked up space and I only know how to be in a hole by myself because I didn't want to show face to friends, family. I didn't want to date because I was fucked up, but now I'm fucked up with her. And now I don't know how to adjust.
That goes back to trauma. Cause I feel like it's a difference between trying to be established, and that don't mean like you gotta be overly rich, but just be stable is what I'm saying. Like you got enough to pay everything in your house. If something happened today, you know, like you can figure that out.
Well,
I feel like women. Okay, some women will tell you up front, I want designer. I want you to take me to eat at the finest of restaurants or whatever the case may be.
The finest of establishments.
Some fabulous. But then you got other women who don't really, like I said, as long as you stable and you don't really need me financially or stuff like that, I don't mind helping you through like a rough patch when it comes to some mental stuff. But I feel like at the same time, you got to do something about that on your own. Like you need therapy. You need to go figure that out. You need to be the best version of you alone, regardless of who in your life. Why not do that first before you bring another human being in and not to make this about the Bible, but I do truly believe like a man's job is to lead. How you trying to lead somebody and you can't even lead your own life? Like it'll make a woman look at you kind of crazy, because why won't you just figure yourself out first? How about you put this on pause? And that's not saying I don't want to be with you or nothing like that, but I want you to be the best you could be, and you can't do that with me.
In some cases you can though. Like it's motherfuckers that literally bounce back because of the woman they was fucking with. In a lot of cases.
So you feel like you can meet somebody in today's society and do that? Look, everything happen every day. It's a motherfucker right now meeting and they finna do that right now. They about to meet, and whether it's the woman about to bounce back because she fucking with him or the dude, like it's not all, it's going to end bad. That's not everybody's case. Mm-hmm. Everything happen. It's just that it's what your mind allowing you to think finna happen type shit. You just looking at it like this gonna end bad. That's what you allowing in. But anything is, you know what I'm saying, is really possible. It's just knowing yourself and knowing who you fucking with. But that come with time. Like you don't just get to know somebody off a month. So I feel like coming into it, you should definitely be.
I'm saying like, see,
in a good position.
My whole point is that shit don't stop happening. It's not always even financially stable. A death is going to happen. Mm-hmm. A death can fuck somebody up to where it's like they may not want to show face. You're not ready to be in front of people. You can't. But if you was to be looking at it like, well, I can't really be around people right now, or I can't, not to like force yourself to do anything, but I'm saying if you in a predicament where it's some type of pressure and you looking at it like, no, I don't want to date like until I'm back comfortable, that's cool. But now you are also setting yourself up for a situation where if you ain't had no reps like this already, is what I'm saying. Like you setting yourself up for a situation where you're going to be used to being in a hole to yourself when pressure hit. And when you with somebody, let alone if y'all have kids and you got a family and shit, how are you retreating to this hole?
We might be like kind of looking at it a little different, because in my mind, just because you're not dating don't mean you don't have people who support you. So I feel like, and I'll use me as an example. I've been through like grief. from losing somebody and had to lean on like my sister. But I'm not going through it 100% alone to the point where if somebody came in my life and that situation happened again, where I would feel like I wouldn't be able to allow that person to help me. And I feel like you should be getting to a place, and that goes back to attention. Like if your intentions is pure and good, y'all get to a certain point where if you go through a financial crisis, if you go through a loss, most women gon' be there regardless, because she done caught feelings, she care about you, whatever, so her mind gonna naturally click to do that. Now what you're saying is if he hasn't experienced somebody being there with him at all, he's not gonna know how to accept her being there for him, and he might push her away. But if I'm thinking like he at least got niggas got friends. Like you ain't talking to your friends, you ain't talking to your parents.
Seen that happen. I've seen it happen to where, or I might have had people that you've known to where it's like they may not want to be around if they not, you know what I'm saying, like feeling comfortable. That can be anything. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just in life. It be people that disappear and pop up type shit. So it's like, you know what I mean? I don't really, and it's not always absolute. Like that don't mean you always not gonna be prepared for what that look like. But I'm just saying in the sense of, especially if it's some financial shit, like, yeah, if you putting too much of your time and energy, effort into dating and shit, look, if that's what you want to do, because people gonna end up, that's like telling a motherfucker don't smoke or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, but you know what come from that. You lacking in something else. So I also don't look at it like you shouldn't do that though, because everything is experience and it's something that you can use as a reference point. See how a woman treats you when you fucked up. Why wouldn't you want to see that? That's that's also how I look at it too. I'm not trying to score perfect on the scorecard. What kind of bitch can I get while I'm broke? This is something I really want to know. That's vital information. And then not even what type of motherfucker can I get, but like, how is a chick really treat me if I ain't got no money, like, to bring to the situation? Because I know what it's going to probably look like if it's an excessive amount of money, for sure. But I know what it looks like to have money and a motherfucker looking at it a certain type of way. So it's all information that you need. I'm not saying like giving people excuses, but I'm just saying in the sense of it don't hurt to do it.
I guess it comes down to each his own. Because I just feel like we shouldn't be dating if you ain't got it. Because people want to go places. It's a lot of stuff that you could do for free, and to enjoy somebody's time and talk, whatever. Get to know the person, but we friends. That's a friend. And I don't mind starting off as friends either, because you never know where that can go. But dating,
I just feel like it come down to the connection, because you saying all that, but you know, if you're talking to somebody, it may not go on that format.
Make a break the situation.
You know what I'm saying? No, yeah, it probably could. I ain't saying the money part. I'm saying more so with the connection, just on the sense of how it may go. Like how you said, if we just kicking it, that's just friends or friendly.
Yeah, we're friends.
But you may just kick it with a motherfucker to where it's like this shit clicking and it's at a good time right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so trying to call that for the rest of your life, like, no, it's going to be like this. It's like, okay, if you say so.
I can see that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I can see that.
Okay, look, remember, I got to bring this up. I don't know how old we was, but he was like, I'm married I'm going to be engaged by 27.
Yeah, I remember that. I want to be engaged by 27.
No, you didn't say I want to be. You said you will be. Like on some I know the future type shit. I don't know if you will. I don't know. Was you? So that ain't how it worked.
But like,
shit. Like
before that though, because that was at 27. So at 25.
Oh, so it happened. Oh,
You can. I don't want to be unhappy. Like, I'm not just gonna do it just to do it. Like you said, it gotta kind of make sense too. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It gotta fit me, and it didn't fit me, so I wouldn't. And I can't do it. Like, I just refuse to be unhappy.
But that's what I'm saying to touch on what you said earlier. You want a man that leads, but you also said that you're going to be attracted to a dude that gets you in, like, okay, I'm going to start cutting my little other situations off and shit.
He can't lead that way?
No, you can do whatever you want to do. But I'm saying, and I'm just me. I'm just kind of looking at that like, oh, okay, like, I guess, but
I feel like
you let a motherfucker tell you to cut your other chicks that you had on deck off to just fuck with her.
Start wrapping that up.
But you finna lead the situation. So you think she finna just give you this, but then I'm gonna step to the side now. Now you go for the rest of life. Hell no, she gonna step back in and no, you better do this. It's gonna be that.
Just because a man is leading don't mean he can't take input from his woman.
That's not input.
Like,
that's not input.
It is. I'm giving you this information. You can choose. I can't make you do it. No. You can choose to do what you
that's
do.
That's ultimatum though, because you said you off of him after that if he don't do it. So that's beyond input. That's full on enforcement.
Gotta make decisions, right?
That's full on enforcement. You know what I'm saying?
Because down to what do you think is a good fit for your life? You don't have to accept this. You can definitely leave it exactly where it's at. But I feel like most times dudes they'll do it or lie about it, one of the two. And they don't want you dating other dudes.
That all depends on the dude, though.
That's what it be boiling down to. Like, they don't be wanting you to. You tell a man you dating, and the dude tell you basically he ain't ready to commit. Y'all just going with the flow, basically. Yeah. Another man come around and he proceeds to start dating you. That man is gonna switch up. It's the same thing chicks do.
Listen, man, with me, it's just, that's a case by case. With me, I don't care what you do type shit. Like, I ain't gonna say I don't care, but I'm looking at it in a realistic point of view. If I'm fucking with you and you fucking with another dude, not even just to say that, put it like this. Let's say I'm talking to a girl, a woman, you know what I'm saying? And she likes to, like go out and shit, like often. And she got dudes and she like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm fucking with you, I done accepted that for that. But it's obviously gonna be different how I fuck with a woman to where she like only fucking with me in a sense. And you still never know, but I'm saying if I'm still getting majority of whatever it is that she offer to a man, as opposed to the other chick can only give so much. I mean, it's just going to be a different level. So that may come off like, oh, I'm acting different, but no,
but that's basically
it's
what
the
I
situation
said earlier, where if I know it's another one, I'm not giving 100%. I'm just not. And
you're free to do what you want to do, but
it's giving bare minimum.
That's a never ending battle. And what I'm saying is, do you know what it looks like that type of dude to where he coming to you with no females and you think you finna be attracted to him? Ain't no other, he ain't got nothing in the crevices, nothing on deck, nothing. You want him? Don't nobody got nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or like the niggas that you said shouldn't be dating, go deal with that shit. They got hoes.
He gonna be handsome for sure.
So
like, I feel like it's men out here who are abstinent, who are purpose focused, and who are not actually even dating until they are aligned. So sure. I feel like that's another reason why I'm not dating right now.
You ain't even dating.
Because what I want it's not presenting itself right now.
Well,
So,
take your time with it. It ain't, it's all the process is gonna be different for everybody. Type shit. You don't know when you're gonna meet the person. You might end up meeting them next week and y'all together from now on. Type shit. That's a long ass time. You just this
that's
age
the second
right
time
now.
You said that, like,
You know what I'm saying?
lifelong. Guess that's perspective too.
It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it seemed like it's been so long because motherfuckers is 30 something. So it's like, damn, like I done did this, that. Okay, this didn't go. But if I meet somebody tomorrow, I ain't been in no relationships. If I meet a woman tomorrow and we together from now until 70, that's 40 years. You know what I'm saying? That's 40. So, it's just perspective of today and back. I don't know what's tomorrow and all that.
Yeah.
So it's, and that's the other thing is, like, when it get to just the dating shit in general, like sometimes it can give some people like a bitter outlook. But it's like, if you let it do that to you, you can't expect to meet nobody. Your mind gonna be corrupted for meeting a person to turn the shit around.
Right.
Cause you just looking at it one way, like, but it's all type of people. Your mind got to be right so you can embrace them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your mind ain't right, like that part, it's like, it go back to what you saying, like, have your shit together, like in terms of that. But it's people with money that ain't got that part together.
Right.
That's just because they keep getting fucked over. So they done looked at it like they don't fuck with nobody. But, the more you look like that, you self-sabotaging. You're not finna welcome in a nigga that want to turn that shit around.
That's true. That's why I say I feel like a lot of this, just seeing how dating is going, and like, I would love to see how dating would be if it wasn't like no social media. Cause I feel like that's another part to it too. Like, people, like, you could have met somebody who could have been everything, but I'm closed off to certain things. Like, I feel like if a dude see me in public and he wait to get home, log in, and be like, hey, I saw you or whatever, I'm going to be looking at him like, that's weird. Like, why wouldn't you just, approach me when you just saw me?
See, now all of this is you just getting older because times is changing type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to picture our grandparents or whoever. At some point, motherfuckers grew up just meeting somebody and knowing where they live and knocking on their door to go get them. No phone. Yeah. Then the phone introduced. Imagine they kids with phones. Like, y'all ain't even outside like that.
Right.
Y'all in here on the phone type shit. But then imagine when now it's FaceTime and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's that element to where it's gonna keep getting more and more like distant. That's just what it is. You have to appreciate the time for what it is. And you got to appreciate the fact that you got a reference point to when it wasn't that.
Right.
So now you can use this for what you can use it for and then make it work for you type shit. Because you at least got a picture of like, this is not my approach. This is not my format, but this is what I would prefer. Let me see if I can tweak that into this. You got to use it for that.
That's tough.
Or,
because how do you do that?
I'm saying,
like, how do you go back to meeting people in person if a lot of dudes don't want to do the approaching no more? Because a lot of times women is doing they walking up and saying, hey, I think you hands, whatever.
Maybe I ain't been out like that. But I'm just saying, like, that's case by case. You really think it's more female? Like, what is you talking about?
It is.
You saying it's more? But look though, it's just how times be. Maybe I can see it being like that, just in the strength of like okay, like it seemed like I say like let's say like 22 and under, like them teenagers, them niggas. Like my little cousins and shit. Like they not posting no girl. Like they not finna be doing none of that shit like that type shit. Like, and not to say that's everybody, but I'm just saying like, okay, now they not with showing too much. They as like I got a little cousin, dog only he'll post a story. That's it. It ain't no post. Just here and there might post a story of his shoes. That's it. But he'll be at the age to where you like, it seemed like you'll use this more. Mm-hmm. But it's just how each generation use that shit type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But that's all social media is, like how you use it. You can get money off of it. You can do that. You can, post a picture, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one little aspect of dating. You know what I'm saying? But dating in general, like, it's already digital and shit. Because when I didn't have social media for them little years, for like 6 years, I meet a girl.
Yeah, it was like MIA.
I meet a girl at the gas station. What's your Snap? What's your Instagram? I'm like, I ain't got none of that shit. And this one girl told me, she was like, how I know you exist? And I'm just like,
you don't see me?
I'm looking like, you looking and we having a conversation. Like, take my number down.
Okay, so when you say that, I can see how you can use
it's identification now.
Cause I'll be like, do you know this person?
Yeah. It's background check. It's just, even if they don't got shit on there. Okay. It's a profile. That's your name. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like it's basically ID now.
Yeah.
Type shit. So when I
be like, you ever seen this man?
Yeah. When I used to say like, cause I ain't used to have shit. So a motherfucker be like, you ain't got no social media. Then like, I don't even know if it's my name for real and shit.
Cause niggas be lying.
But now
they be having 3-4 lives. Like I know a man right now got like 6 Facebook pages, each one different name, and he just out here playing the game. Like he's a liar.
It's the internet. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if this shit might blow up tomorrow. Motherfuckers taking that shit too serious. It's like get some money on it while you can, or do something on it while you can. It's a whole bunch of bullshit on there. It's just the reason I ain't even like I had deleted it initially because it's like it's just a lot of funny shit, like reels and shit. And I'm just like, I can end up watching this shit all day type shit. So when I deleted it in like 2017, I'm like, this shit is a rabbit hole to nothing. I'm just laughing at dumb shit
all day.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I get through my work day.
So I had no use for it. I wasn't a picture post, like none of that. So I just deleted it. Didn't want nothing. But now I just use it to post shit. And I still get here and there caught up in that little rabbit hole. Like they dumb as hell. Look at this shit. All that type of shit. But I just use it to post now. If it wasn't for me having like some type of podcast situation or something, I wouldn't even, I'd be back where I was at. Like off the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. So, but it's a part of life now. Yeah. It's just like a part of your ID. It's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
jobs use it too.
Yeah.
Like I went to her interview and he said, "Is this you?"
Pulled it up.
I'm like, dang.
For like, no, that ain't, somebody got my shit. That ain't me.
I'm like, that's definitely me.
Type shit.
But like, why? Why you? But he was just like, no, we just like to see what's on the social media. Is you just can't post about this job on social media. You couldn't just tell me that instead of finding me. But yeah, this is definitely a good talk. I like to get to hear like dudes' perspective on dating because obviously I talk to a lot of chicks, so it's it's a little harder to kind of see like what dudes actually be thinking when it comes to dating. And then it gets draining too. Like, man, I'm not about to deal with this. I'm happy. Like I got what I want. Like I'm working towards some other stuff. Like I'm good. So for me, it's like I want a date. Like I want marriage. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to I don't want no stress that's actually attached to it at the same
that
time.
pressure.
So it's like I would rather be where I'm at and
not date.
So
it's that's an oxymoron. You're not dating, but you want to date. It's one thing got to happen type shit. And it's like working out. You can say I want to get in shape, want to do this and that, but them first weeks, months gonna kick your ass. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. Like, you have to date and notice that 99% of that shit ain't finna work out in order to get that's gonna give you the appreciation. Like, ultimately, that's why I don't never worry about how I would be with a woman that I end up being with and having kids with and shit like that, because I done mostly been single. So I know the 99% shit is like, meet a motherfucker all the time where it's like, yeah, I'm cool. Like, whether it's ASAP or it's been a few weeks, few months, like so I know that shit, to have a person to where it's like, this is they make shit better all around. I ain't worried about nothing type shit. Like, it's a different appreciation for that as opposed to if this shit was going 99% correct all the time, because then you'll leave everybody. Any little thing, you'll be like, I can find another perfect motherfucker tomorrow. Literally perfect. You know what I'm saying? So you're you're not going to have no stability with that shit. Right. It's just built you for that. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way around it. You got to go through that dating shit in order to get to if you single, you know what I'm saying? Then you have to go through that part but to think it's just finna like appear, you ain't even gonna accept it.
Pray on it.
You ain't even gonna accept it. You ain't even gonna trust it. Like, no, I ain't even do nothing to deserve that. That shit that ain't it. But
I'm gonna be, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be like, I actually do deserve this.
Well, it might not look like what you thought. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna. For sure. It takes a series of events sometimes.
And when when we first started and I said y'all was talking about types, I feel like when I was younger, and this is crazy by the way, I was dating like short dudes for real, and then I just hit a point where I'm like, no, I like tall niggas. Like, I just like to look up at the dude that I'm talking to. Eye to eye is crazy to me. But like, why are we the same height? But I feel like that was my type. But then when I look at it like, dang, I gotta stop trying to find dudes that's 6 foot.
You was going straight off physical. That's like a nigga saying I only fuck with thick hoes.
Hey, but you gotta be attracted to who you with. That's
it's
the
nothing,
first thing.
It just come, it's shit that's gonna come with that. You refining your search.
Exactly. And one thing that also kept me from that is, like I said, I have kids. I'm short, right? I'm 5'3". I have a 10-year-old who's 5'1". So in my mind, it's like, why are you... Why is the kids taller than you? Like, why I gotta ask her to come reach at the top of the cabinet and can't ask you type? Like, and that's like surface level stuff or whatever. But I was thinking like that for a minute. Like, I don't want you short in my house. My kids are never gonna take this seriously. They gonna have jokes for days. Like, it's not gonna work. Then you gonna be mad. Cause they got the short people jokes all day.
Yeah.
But it is evolving. It's changing. It's adjusting. And like you said, good character stands out, but I'm also looking for somebody who on the same path that I'm on. So, and that's hard.
You're fucking right. You want a nigga that's 6'4", go to church, no hoes, attractive, used to hoop, got a good job, make $250,000, no hoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't kid. You want them to have kids, but a good situation. Like, that's what so your search is super. Like, that's cool. You can want what you want. You free to do that. We got free will. Yeah. But being realistic is knowing that, like, the chances of that is you might get that nigga and he might fuck off. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you do get it, even if you do get it, something is not, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of accepting shit. I think that's damn
do you
near
feel
fucking with a
like-
person. It's accepting.
Do you feel like you settle in some capacity?
Yeah, because you're not going like I think you naturally, especially the more experience you done had, you're gonna have somebody that you might end up with a woman that don't have sex with you the best out of all of the women you done had sex with. You may be settling in that. And not to just delegate it to sex, but I'm just saying that's a good example to use.
It is, because I've actually talked to 3 other dudes over the past 2 weeks, and they all literally asked me the same question. You have 3 options. You can only choose 2. Financial stability, loyalty, and sex. Like, which ones can you, without a doubt, have to have? And what can you compromise on? And mine was, I have to have financial stability and loyalty. So I'm a compromise on the sex part.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna compromise on it?
Mm-hmm.
This is a whole nother 30 minutes. I just don't believe that. Or I believe it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you're talking about a long-term situation, what you're saying is bye to good sex. If you're compromising on it. Because if you're looking at it like it's good sex, that's not a compromise. So we're saying bad sex.
I'm saying, okay, so
You're taking financial stability and loyalty.
off.
Like, he's fucking with you and he got the money. But you know, when it comes to anything sexual, you have to get that off.
But I feel like it's ways you can do that.
But that's not compromising at that point. Because you're right. If you with somebody that is a sexual person, it's just a matter of y'all figuring out how that fits. Now it's a good situation though. But we're saying bad sex. There's no way around it.
So, but like, what's bad sex?
Okay, exactly.
I don't know. But
So you're not compromising in that because you trying to work. Now you're trying to fix it. Soon as you said, I'll compromise with that, but it's going to be ways we can work to get that. You don't want that to be bad.
But like, what qualifies to be bad?
I don't know. So that's on each person. So what I'm saying is, like, if it's bad sex, you're not taking that.
I'm bad sex is basically I'm not being 100% satisfied in the situation. He's just being satisfied.
However, I don't know. No, because
that's how I'm taking it. But
maybe.
I've been in situations like that where I wasn't really
like you're not even turned on.
I've faked a lot of orgasms in my life.
Yeah.
To get, dudes to just, wrap this up. So that's a compromise.
Wrap this up.
That's a compromise. Like, it's
okay.
I guess that would consider it as bad. Like, it's not like bad, but like it's good for him.
Okay.
I feel like when you care about people, you kind of like don't really feed into it as much because you care about them. So you just kind of like, you just accept that situation. So that's the compromise.
So, I mean, just back to the 3 decisions, you saying that you're taking bad sex along with loyalty and finances. Okay. The last nigga must have, like, y'all went on a date in the car or some shit.
No,
because finances have been a real.
Actually, I haven't even. The last person I
that nigga said I gotta go to the bathroom. Grab them plates. My mama grab them plates.
No, for real. I'm like, I haven't dated nobody who I feel like was just,
well off
or nothing like
Never?
that. Mm-mm. So I can't say like it's strictly about finances. I just don't want to have to help with certain stuff is what I'm saying. Now, I would pay for a date. Like, you pay for a date, I pay for a date. You pay for a date, I pay for it. I don't mind doing that because I'm also enjoying your company. But guys be literally drowning financially, and won't say nothing about it. But as you get serious with a person, you start to unravel what they're really in, and it's like, bro, why were you taking me to those places? You should have been saving that. You should have been putting that towards
this is a human thing, and I'm gonna tell you why. You said they don't say nothing about it.
Yeah.
I literally, shout out to her. I don't know if she ever heard none of these, but we kicking it. Next morning, her whip gone out the parking lot.
What?
That motherfucker gone, thought he got stole. I'm damn, what happened to your shit?
That's crazy.
That motherfucker was repoed, like, and it's like, but didn't, not to say like you supposed to tell me that you fucked up, but I'm just saying like, it goes back to that same mindset. You can be like, well, if I'm on the risk to lose my vehicle, I probably shouldn't be getting nobody's number, going out on dates.
Yeah, like you should probably park it where it ain't gonna be.
but what I'm saying is that wasn't the case. Now again, this is my like mid-20s, younger 20s type shit. So this a minute ago, but still though, that's a people thing.
That would stress me out. Like,
you meet the people when you meet the people. Sometimes you meet a woman and it's like, I can't just tell you I'm not ready for that right now. I want to fuck with you and you want to fuck with me too. I'm supposed to say like, hit me back in 3 months. That shit ain't happening. She finna meet. She about to fuck a nigga tomorrow.
That's not true.
She might fuck a nigga tomorrow.
She might.
And then it's over.
But she might also be like, you know what? I like dudes. Not to say she not gonna date other people.
That's Storybook.
But she might spin the block after 3 months. She might check in. Hey.
That's Storybook.
Hey.
No.
Hey, big kid. Yes. No. Girls spin the block all the time.
No, that happens. I know, but
so
you not look, this the mindset of a nigga that's used to going after if I want it. I'm not leaving it up to that. If I want you, I'm shooting the shot now while I'm fucked up. This when I met you, unfortunately. But I know myself, like.
So you're just not gonna say nothing about being messed up, basically.
No, I would. If we having a conversation, we can have a conversation about whatever. That's just me though. I'm not saying that this may work for everybody type shit. But I'm just saying like, financially stable is even a mindset. I can have a certain amount of money and be like, I'm not financially stable. And it could be more than what she got. Mm-hmm. So that's, you know what I'm saying? Now I get what you're saying, drowning, bills over your head type shit. Shit like getting repoed and getting kicked out. Like I get all of that. But I'm saying like, even in them instances, sometimes you do meet a person. And sometimes like, I'm not saying you should be leeching on a motherfucker or depending on that.
Yeah.
But sometimes you do happen to meet somebody to where some shit work out, and had it not been for that person, you may not have got over that hurdle type shit. So now you robbing yourself of them moments as well. It's not always like gonna be bad in the long run because you met them when it was uncomfortable. It's whole families that's built off of, I met your granddad when he got shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't supposed to be dating right now, granddad. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to chill. You know what I'm saying? Go heal.
You healing?
Literally. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but his whole family's built off of that shit. So if you just on some shit like, no, I gotta sit in the house, get my shit together every time, that's cool. That may work best for you. But for me, I just look at it like, even in times where I was like probably a little fucked up, I'm still shooting my shot if I see something I like.
Yeah, but like you gotta disclose certain stuff. Cause and I also feel like the biggest thing is communication for me anyways. So if you don't say nothing about being messed up and I find out that we done did all this stuff and you in this big jam, I'm gonna look at you a little different.
Yeah,
like, cause
that's the situation he done put himself in though.
What are you doing? Now, if I know up front, like, I ain't really got it like that, I'm going to be looking for stuff that we can do that don't cost nothing to kick it. But, like, it got to be some type of realness in those conversations, but don't just be, why are we $100 a plate somewhere and do
no, that's just, I get
crazy.
That. But that depends on who you fucking with too, though. Like, yeah, that's because if they like, it gotta make like, I don't even know how to word it, but it's just, I can't see a certain type of person doing some shit like you say, $100 plates, knowing you can't afford it. And you know she fuck with you. Cause when a motherfucker usually fuck with you, it don't gotta be no dates. She gonna fuck with you regardless. Like that's just what it is. It don't matter. Even if she's on some shit like, I need some dates and all that shit. When she fuck with you, it don't have to be that. So if you doing that, it's kind of, I get what you're saying. But that's also similar to me fucking with a woman and then finding out mentally or emotionally is shit that she hasn't disclosed, like, or that she dealing with, or and I can't just be like, you need to tell me this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think they might not even be
comfortable enough.
You know what I'm saying? With they self. Now the finances are a little different because you can see that a little quicker. But the other shit, you gonna still feel the same way. Like, damn, what I done got myself into. And you look at them a little different. Like, so I don't trust you now. You know what I'm saying? So you telling me that you dealing with, you seeing ghosts? And I'm supposed to trust sleeping next to you now? Hell no. I'm cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really, I just let people hit. Seeing ghosts? Like, come on. You seeing ghosts and waking up paranormal activity. Remember paranormal activity? She was just standing over the bed.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's
saying, where I draw the line.
Yeah, like, I don't know if I can.
Has that happened to you?
Hell no. Hell no. She'll have to go.
Yeah, I just feel like only in the beginning though. Like, I've helped people get on their feet, but I just feel like I don't want to do that. Like,
hey, that's where you at with it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
if we ain't like, if it ain't nothing established, I feel like we should just be honest about it. Like, because I've also done that where I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't really want to focus on this right now. And this was right before I had bought my house and stuff. I shut down. I'm like, I want to finish school. I want to buy my house. I want to focus. So I wasn't doing nothing. Once I did that though, I was like, I feel better. I'm like in better spirits. I just feel like it's different once you got some stuff going on. And it don't gotta be like a lot. I'm not trying to make it seem like the nigga gotta have a bunch of money, but like some type of stability. People low key be homeless and like,
well, yeah, and that's it's like,
cars
that's one
ain't
end of
even
the
theirs.
spectrum.
Like,
that's one end of the spectrum though. Like, it's a whole bunch of shit in between that too. You know what I'm saying? But even, look, homeless motherfuckers got, like, everybody can get a chick. Like, you supposed to turn it. You can't, it don't just work like that. We really, when it come down to it, it's nature. I can't just cut this shit off and be like, I ain't fucking with no females. Cause look, this the thing. So I just like recently like started back like working like a job, like in the last few months. But between that and my other job, I was just doing this, which had me a little more busy because I had more time to do it. But even though in that time I was in the mindset where I'm like, I really don't feel like dating, like, and what comes with it, I still end up dating and doing the shit that come with it. You still end up doing it because it's just I may have a better search or I may be a little more picky in that time, which is actually good though. But I'm saying, like, it don't just cut off like on some, oh yeah, I ain't fucking with no females right now. If I see something that's valid and everything is clicking and I want her, I'm not finna tell her like, look, I ain't ready for you right now. Like, that shit ain't happening. I'm not running into her no more. I'm not relying on that. This ain't a movie.
but like,
like, this real life. This is not.
It is real life, but like, why you can't be?
I'm supposed to just spare her. And I done spared it's plenty. I spare shit every day.
If you ain't ready, you ain't ready. Why bother somebody
I'm
else?
ready now. I'm ready now.
You ain't.
I'm ready now. Cause it don't matter. Like, and that's the thing when it comes to, like, if it's literally the situation that you talking, like, if, okay, a motherfucker getting put out their house and all this shit. Like, I ain't been to that.
So you moving her in your crib. You messing with her.
But
you
like,
moving her in. You finna help her figure out her. I'm being for real.
You saying if she fucked up?
So you meet a chick. You say, I want her. Couple months later, y'all rocking, like it's solid, everything going good. She tell you she got an eviction notice. She need a place to stay. Car about to get repoed.
No, like, I'm not fucking. No, I'm not fucking with her. But see, that's what I'm saying. Everybody is not that. You using literally a handful. Like, it's a lot of people. It's a lot. Look, it's because that's a lot of people in the world, though. It's also a whole nother tier of people to where it's not those issues, but it's other shit. Crazy ex, this, that. Like, then it's all type of shit. It never get to, it's no problems, no nothing. They come with nothing bad. That's like not even realistic.
So I can see that, but that's crazy too.
It's acceptance.
Call me when you figure that out. Cause why is your ex popping up, or why is she like? I'm not dealing with it. But it goes back to like, I feel like when you single for a long period of time, like certain stuff you're not doing. Right.
So you just saying like that's been your like probably not your experience, but I'm saying now that you looking at it like that, like I'm cool on this, cool on that. The people that you meet are not even going to be on that level to the point where you're not meeting dudes that's the shit that you saying. Mm-hmm. And now you're going to have a whole new way that you look at it. And that's how I'm looking at it, because I could if I only met women that was like how you said, she eviction notice, or if them the only type of women I dealt with, I'm going to be thinking this is just how women are. Mm-hmm. But I done met all types to where it's like, no, I know it's, the shit that I'm talking about.
That's why I'll be looking at it like that.
I can say some shit. My fault. But I can say some shit like crazy, like that don't even sound like, nigga, you ain't finna get that. But I done admit that.
Exactly. So once you meet men who are, or women who are at that level, you be looking at people different. Like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you?
That's not for me to judge or decide.
Why aren't you trying a little bit harder to get out of this situation?
See, so this what you doing, right? You done jumped up to level 3, right? And you looking back to level 4 and 5 where you was at. Like, why is y'all still down there? Like, where I'm looking at it like how I get to 2, and then okay, 1 up there. I'm not fuck the level down there, but that's not where your focus should be if you're aiming for the top level.
I feel like it's not the focus, but you can't just say because you at level 3, you're not meeting none of the other levels.
No, you gonna meet them.
They still coming, and you gotta tell them the truth. Like,
all that matters is that you can identify that they level 4 and 5. That's it. Yeah. It's not a matter. I'm not that invested to be like, why are you out here getting evicted in car? Hey, listen, we motherfuckers they be having shit going on. I might even be in this, like, let's say a chick need to help with something, like on some moving or something. That just require me being there to help move some shit. Like, you might just be in a situation where you just needed help moving or something. Like, that's not the end of the world type shit, to me at least. It's just the fact that I done seen different levels. Long as I can identify which one you are. I know everybody is not level 5. That's not the whole world. It's all 4 more levels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just identifying that and then going back into searching for the 1s and the 2s and all that type shit. Yeah. I'm not worried about like, the other shit.
That goes back to people be like, I feel like you just got to be honest about the situations that you be in. I'm not saying it's going to be like a time frame for it, but the first.
Getting lied to.
Yeah, because dudes be lying. Like, dudes be lying about having money. They lying about the chicks they dealing with. They lying about where they work at. They lying about, like.
Can I ask you?
They lie about being depressed. Like,
so can I ask you something?
Lie about everything.
But look, so can I ask you? Let me ask you. Really, I forgot what I was finna ask you. I forgot I had some shit though. But you said niggas be lying. Okay, that's what I was finna ask you. Do you feel like you getting better at seeing it? Mm-hmm. That's all that matter.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. Why you gotta lie? You know people lie. Just accept that. You gotta accept that. Basically, this is what it really is. This is what it really is. Like, you basically out here with wolves in every capacity, whether that's work, whether that's like everything can be a threat. Not to say like you should be paranoid, but like as you get older, you just notice more and more shit is a wolf actually, to where you might have thought it was safe, but it's not really
right
safe. And you might even be a wolf at times. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's just being able to identify that. Most, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm only saying that to say, can't expect to meet a person and they gonna have your best interest. So that's where lying come from. People trying to finesse their way and shit like that. It's just on you to be able to identify if it's a lie and then, okay, I don't really want to fuck with that person, and keep it moving from there. You might be like really investing something into that. Like, why you gotta lie? But that's what sometimes.
So that's the only.
That's just what people do sometimes. There's no. It's an endless question mark to be like, why do motherfucker lie? Yeah. It's over with. So it's just like, okay, people be lying, they lied, and I know he lying because of this. You know what I'm saying? And then keep it pushing from there.
That's the only benefit.
What you mean?
I'm saying that's the only benefit that I've seen, being able to identify it.
That's a vital benefit though.
I don't even like give it a second thought. I'm gone.
That's like, a vital benefit. Imagine if you knew nothing. You didn't know that people lied. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to when you was a kid or a teenager. Mm-hmm. Just believe shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now that you know, the more you know, and the more, you know what I'm saying, signs you can pick up on, the more you know how you feel around this type of person, you know, like the more information, the better. So it's all used.
And I feel like that also came from not having sex. It kind of make you kind of focus and have a clear mind. And like, I remember I met this dude and the stuff that he was saying and doing was fine. But like, I had a migraine that whole time. And I didn't like talk to him for a long period of time, but the moment I stopped talking to him, that migraine was gone. So I feel like picking up on that type of stuff too. Like, your body will tell you when something just ain't right, or if, you know, like something ain't right. It's a matter of us actually listening to it and not dismissing the red flag.
Said I was broke because I was fucking with your ass. As soon as I stopped fucking with you, I wasn't broke.
Hey.
But no, like, yeah, no, it's, you know, that's all you can take out of it. It's just like, okay, this is what happens when this happens. That's why I don't, look, if I'm fucked up, I'm still, you know, it just depends. I'm gonna have moves where I ain't trying to fuck with nothing. But if I see something and it's still that just natural connection, I'm not finna be like, especially if it presents itself, and then it's basically like, okay, it's a matter of getting her number type shit. Take my number down or whatever. However we finna do that. I'm not finna be like, you know what, I would take your number, but right now I got some shit going on. So like, because this ain't a movie. Like that's shit that happened in a movie. I'm not Denzel Washington. And this is not Training Day or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Run into that, like, I feel like
I'm not relying on that. If I want her and it happens to be that, let's just see what's to it. And let me see what happens if I had this type of chick while I am in this predicament. Cause I look at myself honestly, like, I don't care what predicament I'm in. It's going to go up and down. You can have $1 million. You can have $1 billion and some shit happen in today's day and age where you lose that shit in stocks or something next day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's, regardless of that, let me just see how a woman, let me just see this. Let me experiment this. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even necessarily like an experiment like that, but in hindsight, that's what it is. It's a reference point. I got something to look back on. Yeah, when I was broke, I tried to date, but it didn't work because of this. It might not work. But if you don't try it, you know what I'm saying? You don't know. And maybe you don't want to know. That's cool. To each his own. But for me, I don't give. I really don't. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If I see, hey, if I want it,
Gonna get it.
I'm going to try. Because why not? If not me, it's going to be another broke nigga that try to fuck with her. And he going to get her.
And he gonna get her.
And she ain't going to get no fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm basically just wasting, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, nah, let me get that. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't no movie. This ain't this is not a movie.
We need a
storybook ending.
Cut.
This ain't that. Hell
cut.
nah.
Pause. You messed up. Fix it.
You out here with real wolves. This the Revenant where he got fucked up by that bear. That's what this is. That's what
Jeez.
You out here with real bears and shit.
Or just leave it. Don't even talk to me.
Yeah.
But nah, this was.
Yeah. So, something else on your mind? That's it. Last words or something?
No, this was dope. This is dope. I like these type of conversations.
That's it. Okay.